Okay, so thanks for your time now. For me. This first question is you got a very successful career over the last 30 years. You several times changed labels. You started with an indie label, switched to EMI, I think Epic, back to EMI, before you founded your own label Attack. Weren't you so unhappy with major labels, or what's the difference being
I
independent?
think the big difference about being independent is that if you sign to EMI, um, it's because EMI in England wanted us, but automatically you're on EMI in Paris, Vienna, and Moscow, and everywhere. You're on EMI everywhere, whether they want you or not. And it's a kind of problem because we're kind of a strange uh, band to whom money was never the most important thing, and some parts of big labels found that difficult to understand. So sometimes we were dealing with record companies that didn't really want us. We were forced to be on them. Whereas when we have our own label, we have our own label and we say who wants it in Germany, who wants it in Spain, who wants it in Turkey, and then different independent distributors. So there's less money, but you're always working with people that like the band, that understand the band, that have chosen to work with the band, and that's much better, really.
Cool. So when I found out other bands try to place the names and faces in the media every time or in the yellow press, it's really hard to read some reviews or some reports about New Model Army. Is that you're not interested in the kind of media work or
No, I think the media have problems with us. Actually, we don't have problems with the media, but from the very beginning, no one knew what we are. No one knows what we are still. One journalist said to me once that his fellow journalists were terrified to say that they liked us because they didn't know what we were going to do next week. And I think that's a great high accolade for an artist. I think we puzzle people because it's sort of political but sort of not. And if you take the elements of storytelling and politics and stuff in the music, there's lots of different ideas and they're all kind of contradictory because life is contradictory. Um, but it makes it difficult to sort of pin us down. And then musically, are we punk? Are we rock? Are we folk? Are we metal? What are we? No one knows. We don't care. But I think it's a problem for other people. And I think that we're just outside, just somewhere outside. Someone said to me that you're kind of rock band, but you are the antithesis of everything that is rock. Maybe that's true.
cool. So you played probably a million gigs in your career.
Not a million, probably about 2 or 3 thousand.
Is it still something special for you to go on tour? And are you nervous before a gig now? Or
Um, it's very variable. It's really random. I still don't, I've played 2, 3 thousand gigs. I don't know the secret of those great gigs. The great gigs come. I thought last night, actually, we were in Erlangen. I thought that was a great gig. And it's to do with exchange of energy between a band and an audience. It's not about playing the notes right. And sometimes a magic happens in the room, and sometimes it doesn't. And I still don't know why it happens and why it doesn't. Sometimes, sometimes before a gig, I'm feeling great. Tonight we feel great. We've been playing brilliantly. It's a really good set. Um, it's sold out. It's going to be great. And we start playing, and nothing really happens. We don't quite know why. We don't understand why. And other nights, it's like, I don't want to play tonight. I'm tired. We haven't sold many tickets. Oh, and then we start playing, and I think, I love this. I love this so much. And something happens in the room, and it's really random. It's written in the stars or something. Do I get nervous? Um, Mostly not. At the beginning of a tour, a little bit when we're playing a lot of new material. But mostly, obviously, I feel very at home on the stage.
so I read about that at the beginning of your career, you had already a solid fan base who followed you on tour in England around. Is this one of the keys of the success? Can you give this as a hint for a young band to tell them play as much live as you could at the beginning?
Well, yeah, you get good by playing live. I mean, that's definitely true. We had this kind of weird thing where people would travel to every concert to see us from 1983 onwards, and we still have that, but of course it's different people. It's kind of regenerated again and again and again, which is kind of strange. Um, Advice for young bands: love it. Love it. Do it for its own sake. Do it for the gods of music. Don't do it because it will make you rich, because it won't. And don't do it because you think it will make you famous, because being famous is not all good. Do it because you love it.
Perfect. So I got the last question. You released your new album Today's a Good Day, I think 2 months ago.
Yeah.
I read in the internet many enthusiastic reviews about the album. Do you care about reviews and critics? Or is it
I
just
care that people love it. I don't. It doesn't make any difference whether it's a fan or a journalist. You know, if people love it, then great. You know, we make music for the purpose of communication. You know, if no one's going to listen to it, then it would be a shame. And obviously, you know, we released a lot of albums, and we hope that people connect. You know, the New Model Army music is kind of, it has a very particular, strong taste, and you don't kind of know who's going to like it and who's not. I remember I used to hitchhike, and you see a car coming towards you, and it could be an old car or a new car or a young, old person, rich, poor, black, white, male, female. You never knew who would stop. Some people stopped and some people don't. And it's a bit the same with New Model Army music. Some people will hear it and go, no, it's not for me. And other people hear it and go, yeah, that's my music. You know? So it's very particular. But I don't, you know, as I say, we don't really define it. We just do what we think is good.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Cool.
Thank you.